Hello, my name is Jay Simmons. I am a software engineer in the Active Directory team here at Microsoft. I'm here today to demo for you a new Windows Labs rollback detection feature, which is now available in Windows 11 24H2 and Windows Server 2025. So what are we talking about when we say rollback detection, and how does it apply to Windows Labs? The whole point of Windows Labs is to rotate the password of a local account on a regular basis and store that password in the directory. Now, later an IT admin, of course, can retrieve the password from the directory and then use it to access the device. So for this to work, the state of the password in the directory has to match that of the password stored on the local account. Well, what happens? Can those ever get out of sync? Now, normally they do not. However, many customers have let us know that they've seen issues sometimes with various OS rollback scenarios where the two can get out of sync. Now, Windows Labs does regularly rotate the password, and it will do so usually on a 30-day basis unless that has been changed. But 30 days is a long time to wait if the two pieces of state are out of sync. So how can we fix this? With this new feature, Windows Labs will now maintain an opaque password version identifier in the directory side by side with the credentials. And if that version identifier for the password ever gets out of sync with what it has stored locally, the Windows Labs client will immediately rotate the password. So when would this be needed? For instance, the simple example is if you're running a virtual machine and you do a snapshot reversion. It can also be seen when restoring an operating system from a backup image. And some customers have also reported it as a result of using a base image deployment workflow type situations. So let's give this a quick shot. We're going to configure Windows Labs real quick. And for the purposes here, we'll just use the new admin automatic account management feature. And we're going to also, just for fun, use the new passphrase feature. And we're going to configure this to back up to Active Directory. Now, I should preface all of this by saying that the new rollback detection feature is not available with Microsoft Entra. It is only available when you are backing up the password to on-premises Active Directory. And because we are using a new attribute, you also have to rerun the update labs 80 schema commandlet that has been revised in Windows 11 24H2 and Windows Server 2025. So I've already rerun the update schema command, but let's just do it again here real quick. So you can see it's already been done. And we just set the policy. It's probably already been run, but let's just go make sure now that we have a new password stored on the account. So there we have our account name that we set with the random suffix, and we have a new passphrase. Great. All right, so let's set a snapshot now, and this will be what we roll back to. So we're going to set a new snapshot, and I'll call this before demo reversion. And now what we're going to do is we're going to force another password rotation. Like so. Now let's rerun the retrieval command just to show that we've got a different password. So you can see here that it used to be this one, and now we've got something brand new. All right. So at this point in time, both the directory and the state of the account are in sync. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to use a virtual machine reversion to the snapshot I took a moment ago, and then we're going to show how Windows Labs reacts the next time it runs. So here goes for the reversion. So we've reverted. You'll notice that now we're back to having the original password. And I'm going to bring up Event Viewer. I'm going to clear the event log just so that we can see exactly what happens when I do the next step. And for the most part, everything is the same here in the Windows Labs event log flow. And you see here that there is a new reason that we may have to update the password. So the password version identifier stored in Active Directory does not match the locally stored version. And so this caused a password reset, which we can now double check by requerying the password from Active Directory. And you can see that now we've got yet another new one. So for many of you, this will never be an issue, but for the customers who have seen this issue or have the types of situations that I described earlier, this is another reassurance. This feature gives you more reassurance that the Windows Labs state between the directory and the client device will always remain in sync. Now, one more thing, there is no group policy configuration to control this behavior. This behavior is on by default all the time, and it will take effect as soon as you extend your schema by rerunning the revised update labs AD schema commandlet. Now, one more thing here. Let's just take a quick look at the directory. Now, I'm just using a simple inbox query tool here. And these are the two Windows Labs 80 attributes that you're probably already familiar with. This one right here is the newest one that we've just added in Windows 11 24H2 and Windows Server 2025. It's a simple GUID, nothing more complicated than that. So there's nothing insecure about that or unsecure about that information whatsoever. Let's force a password reset and see what happens to that. All right, so we'll notice that it started with 1E29, and let's rerun this query. It starts with 1E29, and you'll see now that we have a brand new GUID here. So that's how the feature works. And as I said, this is now available with Windows 11 24H2 and Windows Server 2025. Thank you for listening.